Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on how I clean my house for company coming over. It is Saturday and we've got company coming tonight, so I just thought I would share this video with you. It's not an entire house cleaning, but it is of the major spots that company usually sees when they come over. Please excuse my appearance. I just got back from the gym working out and I have not showered yet, and I just wanted to get some cleaning done before I got myself all cleaned up. I'm starting out with sweeping and mopping the floors downstairs. Now I normally mop the floor once a week, but since I knew we were having company, I just waited till the end of the week so that way I didn't have to mop twice. We have a project going on right now, and so the floor was really bad. We have such a large area with laminate flooring that I find it's easiest to sweep in little sections and pick up each pile as I go, instead of sweeping the entire floor and dragging all that dirt into one large pile. And now on to mopping the floor. I have a Clorox brand spray mop that is a duster on one side and a mop on the other. So this is the microfiber mopping pad. I always get it wet to start out with, and then in the little canister I fill it with my own homemade all-purpose cleaner. I did a video on how I make that. I will link that down in the description box if you're interested in checking that out. I love this mop because it doesn't overly saturate the floor. I can just leave it to evaporate and air dry, and it does a wonderful job at not leaving water spots and stuff like that. Now at our other house with our other mop, I had to go behind with a towel and kind of shimmy my feet and dry the floor, because you don't want water sitting on your laminate or hardwood floor. It's just not good for the flooring. So that's why I just love this mop. As I'm mopping the floor, I periodically take the microfiber pad off and I rinse it out just to kind of make sure it's fresh and clean. Since we do have a large area and the floor is quite dirty, I want to make sure that I'm washing the floor with a clean microfiber pad instead of just having the dirt constantly building up. This pad is machine washable, and so once I'm done with the entire floor, then I can go ahead and throw it in the wash and make sure it's clean for the next time I go to mop. When I put the chairs back, each chair has a certain spot at the table, and so sometimes it's a little hard to remember which one goes where when my chairs get mixed up in the living room like they did this time. It's kind of weird, but that's just how I am. It's almost noon and I'm taking a break from my cleaning to go ahead and get dinner started in the crock pot. Tonight we are having shredded chicken burritos, and I'm just doing it in the crock pot because it's a lot easier that way, and that way I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. I'm starting out with some frozen boneless skinless chicken breasts, and then I'm adding Trader Joe's salsa verde, which is mild. There's no spice to it, but it tastes really good. And then I also got some at Sprouts, and this one is medium, which to me is really spicy. So I like to mix the two so I get a nice good balance. Not too spicy, but very flavorful. And then I'm just adding a little bit of water. Next, I'm moving on to cleaning the living room, and normally I have Miles help me clean up his toys, but he is helping Simeon with a project and I didn't want to disturb him from that, so I just decided to go ahead and clean the living room. In my last video I talked about decluttering toys and how I organize Miles' toys. So if you're interested in seeing how I do that, make sure you check out the link in the description box. And if you'd like to join in on our declutter challenge, I would love to have you join. We live in a very dry, dusty area, especially with a lot of construction going on around us, and so I want to make sure that I dust the piano. I could dust several times a week, but I really don't enjoy dusting, so I usually only do it once a week, and I like to make sure I do it before company, just because even if I go a day without dusting, you can really notice it starting to build up. Just finished eating lunch and I decided to go ahead and tackle cleaning the kitchen. Now whenever I start cleaning the kitchen, I always start out with putting away the clean dishes. That way I have a clean slate and room to put a fresh new batch of dishes. you've seen in any of my previous videos, you probably noticed that I always had a dish strainer sitting on top of the counter. Well, this island is a lot smaller than our other house, so it kind of has to sit behind the sink, and it just took up a lot of room, and I just didn't really like how crowded it looked. So I went to Walmart and I found this very small dish drainer that actually fits inside of the sink. And I really love it because it just gives me so much more room on the counter and doesn't look as bad as before. I'm still trying to figure out how to rinse the dishes without a second sink. So if you have any tips on how to do this, I would love to know. What I've come up with for now is I wash a batch of dishes first, and then I put them all in the dish drainer, and then I rinse them out. And then when I start washing a new batch, then I can just rinse them out in the same sink. However, it makes the sink fill up more and more with water. So I'm trying to figure out how to actually do this. So please, if you have any tips, let me know. Now I'm moving on to the bathroom. I'm just cleaning the downstairs half bath, which is the one guests would use if they need to use the restroom. The ones upstairs I already cleaned yesterday, so I just need to worry about this one here. I'm also going to make sure that there's toilet paper, and I'm also going to make sure that I put a fresh clean towel in there. I have finally taken a shower and gotten myself ready for the day. I did my hair and makeup so I look presentable for company now. And so I'm going to go ahead and dry these dishes that I washed earlier and put them away and make sure the kitchen is perfectly clean. So the very last thing that I do before I'm all done is vacuum the floor. I love the look of vacuum lines. It makes the floor look really fresh and clean, and it's just so satisfying for me. So that's the very last thing that I do. And now that the main area of the house is now perfectly clean and company ready, I can sit and relax until company comes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.